Okay, let's get into this. We're looking at material today that's super critical for anyone building a career, especially, in tech like programming.
Hmm.
It's all about how you present yourself, both on paper, like your resume, and in conversation, like interviews.
Exactly. It's that bridge between having the skills and actually landing the job.
So our
Hmm.
mission here is basically to pull out the really impactful tips for resumes and those behavioral interviews straight from what we've reviewed.
Right. Because the tech skills might get you noticed, but how you talk about them,
Hmm.
that often gets you the offer.
Okay, so let's start with the resume then, that first impression. What did the material really highlight for making it, stand out?
Well, a big one was being specific and using numbers.
Hmm.
For skills, don't just say JavaScript.
Right.
Be precise, like React, Node.js, Jest. List the actual frameworks, the tools you've used. It tells a much clearer story.
And the numbers part, quantification. That seemed like a
Hmm.
major point. Why is that so important?
Because numbers show impact. It's the difference between I improved the website and I boosted website performance by 40%,
Okay.
or maybe you reduced report generation time by 50% using automation. Metrics just cut through the fluff. They prove value.
So like optimizing a query, you'd say how much faster it got.
Exactly. Put a percentage, put a time reduction, make it concrete.
Okay, okay. And what about the bullet points themselves, starting with strong verbs?
Absolutely. The material really emphasized verbs like developed, implemented, optimized, led. They sound active, right? Shows you took initiative.
Rather than just listing duties.
Precisely. It's about achievements, not just tasks.
And for people maybe earlier in their career or wanting to show specific skills,
Yeah.
projects.
Yes, definitely showcase relevant projects, personal stuff, open source, even university work if it's strong.
Hmm.
And a key thing mentioned was documentation, like having a clear readme, clean code. It shows how you think, how you work.
Ah, good point. It's not just the finished thing.
Right, it's the process too. And tailoring. You can't just have one resume.
So adjust it for each job description.
Yeah, look at the keywords they use, the requirements they list. Make sure your resume speaks directly to that role.
And keep it short, right? Like 1 or 2 pages.
Generally, yeah, 1 or 2 pages. Clean format, easy to scan. Recruiters don't spend long on that first look.
Okay, makes sense. So the resume gets you the interview.
Hmm.
Now the behavioral questions. Tell me about a time those can feel tricky. What's the real point of them?
Well, fundamentally, they want to understand how you operate, your problem-solving approach, how you collaborate, handle conflict or challenges.
So past behavior predicts future performance kind of thing.
Exactly that. And the framework everyone suggests is STAR.
STAR. Situation, task, action, result. How does that actually help answer?
It gives you structure. So you start with the context,
Yeah.
then the task, what needed doing, then, importantly, the action, what you specifically did.
Focus on the I.
Yes. Focus on your contribution. And finally, the result. What happened? Quantify it if you can. Maybe mention what you learned. It just makes the story complete and relevant.
So you don't ramble, basically.
Pretty much. It keeps you focused on answering the actual question with a solid example.
And preparation seems key here. What common questions should you definitely think about beforehand?
Oh, yeah. Prep is crucial. Think about examples for things like overcoming a major challenge, working in a team, maybe handling negative feedback, resolving disagreements.
Strengths and weaknesses, too, probably.
Yep, those classics. And how you keep your skills updated. Having STAR examples ready for these common areas is, well, essential.
Beyond the answers, what about the general vibe? Professionalism, enthusiasm.
Very important. Show genuine interest. Why this company? Why this role? Be positive. Avoid, bad-mouthing past jobs or colleagues. That's a huge red flag.
Right. And asking questions back.
Definitely. The material stressed this. Prepare thoughtful questions, not just stuff you could Google. Ask about the team, the challenges, the culture, learning opportunities.
Like, what's a typical day like? Or maybe, what are the biggest technical hurdles the team is facing right now?
Exactly. It shows you're engaged, you're thinking ahead, you're genuinely curious.
And just overall clarity in how you speak.
Mm-hmm. Communicate clearly. Be concise. It's okay to take a brief pause to think. Don't feel you have to rush. Structured answers, clear speech, it all helps.
So pulling it all together, it seems like becoming a real expert isn't just the coding chops, is it? It's also about effectively communicating and presenting that expertise.
That's the core message, I think. The technical skills are the foundation, absolutely. But these communication and presentation skills, they're how you build on that foundation, how you connect it to opportunities.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How actually structuring your story, whether it's bullet points on a page or a star answer, doesn't just help others see what you can do, but maybe it helps you understand your own journey, your own growth a bit better too. Something to reflect on.